Hello everyone, welcome to LegaLift's English Grammar section, initiative led by NALSAR students. In today's video, we are going to deal with pronouns in details. There are going to be two parts for this topic. This is the first part and the next part will be uploaded next week. I am Shivani from Bihar. So let's start with the video. Pronouns. Pronouns are the words that are used in place of nouns to avoid repetition in a sentence. Example is like Mary went to Mary's house where Mary cooked Mary's favorite meal. In this sentence, we can see Mary is repeated over and over again, which is making the sentence look very odd. So instead of that, we can use like Mary went to her house where she cooked her favorite meal. We have used pronouns instead of the nouns to avoid the repetition. The next topic is types of pronouns. First one is personal pronoun. Personal pronouns refers to specific person or things. It also refers to ourselves, to people we are talking to, or to people or things we are talking about. Next point is first person pronouns. First person pronoun is used to denote the person who is speaking. Second person pronoun. Second person pronoun is used to denote the person to whom we are talking to. Next is third person pronoun. Third person pronoun is used to denote to people or things we are talking about. Here is a list given for the different forms of personal pronouns. As we all know that pronouns can be used as both subject and object of verb in a sentence. So here it is given in the both form, subject form and object form. For the first person, in the singular form, we used I, and for the plural one, we use we. And in the object form, we use me in the singular form and us in the plural form. For the second person, both in subject and object and all in singular and plural form, we use you. And in the third person, in the subject form, for the singular one, we use he, she or it. And in the plural form, we use they. And in the object form, in the singular form, we use him, her or it. Or in the object form, for the plural one, we use them. Here we can take some examples like, how did you reach here? In this sentence, you is used as a subject of the verb. Next one is, they have bought a new flat. It is very spacious. Here the word they is also acting as a subject of the verb in the sentence. Next example is, my sister fed me chocolates. Here the word me is used as the object of the verb. The Sharmas have invited us to their silver anniversary party. Here us is used as the object of the verb in the sentence. The next topic is rules for using personal pronouns. The first rule is a personal pronoun must be of the same number, gender and person as the noun it stands for. It means that the number, gender or person of a pronoun should be same as of the noun. Example is like, Aditi is my friend. She is a good dancer. Here we can see that Aditi is of feminine gender. So the pronoun used for it, that is she, is also of feminine gender. Next example is, Shurabhi and Vishakha are my classmates. They have just won the tennis tournament. Here we can see that the noun that is used is in plural form. That's why the pronoun used for it is also in the plural form, that is they. Next point is, a personal pronoun should be its singular in number and of neuter gender when it is used for a collective noun that is viewed as a whole. Here we can see that if a collective noun is used in a sentence and the collective noun is viewed as a whole, then the personal pronoun that will be used for it will be in singular in number and of the neuter gender. We can see the example that the herd of deer was drinking water when it was attacked by a pack of wolves. The collective noun that is used here is herd of deer and the personal pronoun that is used for it is it. We can see that the herd of deer is viewed as a whole. That's why the personal pronoun that is used for is singular in number and is of neuter gender. The next point is, a personal pronoun should be in plural when it stands for a collective noun where each of the individual is considered separately. It means that when a collective noun is used in the sentence and the individuals is considered separately, then the personal pronoun which will be used for them will be in a plural form. Example is like, the committee presented their respective reports at the meeting. Here we can see that the committee, it means that the members of the committee is considered separately. That's why the pronoun that is used for it is their, that is in plural form. Next point is a personal pronoun will be in singular form if it is used to denote singular nouns preceded by each or every that are joined by and. We can understand this point by example, like every student and every teacher has brought his or her own lunch. Here we can see that the noun teacher and student is preceded by every and it is joined by an. So the pronoun that is used for it is in the singular form, that is his or her. Next point is if two nouns are of different gender, the pronoun takes the gender of the noun that is closest to it. It means that if two nouns are used in a sentence and both are of different genders, so the pronoun that will be used after them will take the gender of the noun that is closest to it. Example is like each man and each woman was in the seat allotted to her. Here we can see that woman is the closest noun to the pronoun used, so the pronoun is of feminine gender, that is her. The next point is personal pronoun must be in singular when it is used for two or more singular nouns of same gender joined by or, nor, neither nor or either or. Example is like either Vinita or Suman has lost the ring of hers. Here we have used personal pronoun because in this sentence when we have used either or, we are talking about only one person, either it is Vinita or it is Suman. So that's why the pronoun that is used for them is in the singular form. The next point is if two or more singular nouns are joined by or, nor, neither nor or either or are of different genders, then the pronoun will agree to the one closest to it. It means that if two nouns are joined by or, nor, neither nor or either or are of different genders, then the gender of the pronoun will be same as the one that is closest to it. For example, it is neither Mahesh nor his sister has submitted her assignment. Here we can see that the pronoun, the gender of the pronoun that is used is same as of that noun that is closest to her, that is her sister. The next point is if two or more pronouns of different persons are used in the sentence, the second person pronoun is placed first and the first person pronoun is placed at last in the sentence. This rule is also known as 2-3-1 rule. It means that if in a sentence the second person pronoun is placed first and the first person pronoun is placed last. Example is like you, he and I travel to the school in the same bus. Here we can see that you is of second person, it is placed first in the sentence, and I is of first person and it is placed at the last. Next point is when a pronoun refers to more than one noun or pronoun of different persons, we use the first person plural in preference to the second person and the second person plural in preference to the third. It means that when a pronoun is used to refer to more than one noun or pronoun, then the preference order for the use of pronoun for them will be of this order, that is first person plural, then second person plural and then third person plural. Here example is like Geeta, Murthy and I will start our exams together. Here we can see that first person plural, that is R, is used in preference to the second person and third person to refer to the nouns and pronouns used in the sentence. Next point is when we admit to a fault, we usually use the first person pronoun first. Example is like I and you broke the chair. Here it means that the first person pronoun, that is I, is used first to admit a fault. Next point is uses of it. The pronoun it is used for non-living objects like a place or organization or for something abstract. Example is like here is your watch, take it now. Here the watch is non-living thing, that's why the pronoun that is used for it is it. Next example is I have been to Chandni Chowk. It was very crowded. Here the Chandni Chowk is also a place. That's why the pronoun that is used is it. The next point is it is also used for animals unless we clearly wish to speak of them as male or female. Example is like the little girl picked up the kitten and cuddled it. Here the pronoun it is used in general for the animal, that is the kitten, because the gender of the kitten is not specified. Next point is it is also used for young child unless we clearly wish to refer to the gender of the child. Example is like when I saw the baby, it was sleeping. Next point is it is also used to refer to an earlier statement. Example is like he is telling a lie and he is aware of it. Here the pronoun it is used to refer to the earlier statement. Next point is it is also used as a temporary subject before the verb to be when the real subject follows. It means that it works as a placeholder and comes before the verb to be, and it acts as a subject before the real subject follows. Example is like it is obvious that he is going to win. In this sentence the real subject is he and it is acting like a placeholder and as a temporary subject. The next point is it is also used to emphasize a noun or pronoun that follows. Example is like it was Shruti who started the argument. Here the pronoun it is emphasizing on the noun that is Shruti, that it was Shruti who has started the argument. Next point is it is also used when we speak of the weather, the date or time. Example is like it is rainy and gloomy. It is 15 April. It is 3 o'clock. With this we have some notes like it pours, it snows or it thunders. In these above sentences the pronoun it does not replace a noun. Although it can be easily supplied from the verb, it means that the noun, that is the subject, can be easily provided by the verb. Thus, when we say it snows, we mean the snow snows, that is, the snow is falling. When it is used in this way, it is known as impersonal pronoun. Now, the next type of pronoun is possessive pronoun. Possessive pronouns are used to indicate that something belongs to someone or is associated with them. When we want to say in what way people or things are connected with each other, we usually do it by using a possessive pronoun. Example is like, this book is mine. Here the pronoun mine is showing the possession of the book. Next example is, she washed her car. Here the pronoun her is showing the possession of the car. Next point is, possessive pronouns are often used to compare two things of the same kind or type which belong to or associated with different people. Example is like, Juhi's house is much bigger than mine. Here mine is used to compare between the two houses. Next example is this cup of tea yours or mine? Here yours or mine is used for the comparison. Now here it is a list for different forms of possessive pronouns. For first person, for the singular one we use mine, and for plural form we use ours. In second person we use yours, and in plural form we also use yours. In third person for singular form we use his or hers, and for plural form we use theirs. Now we have to study about possessive pronouns or possessive adjectives. Possessive pronouns shows who something belongs to, but it stands alone like a replacement for the noun. That's why it does not need a noun after it. But possessive adjectives tells us who owns something, and it always comes before a noun which it describes. Here is a list for different possessive pronouns and adjectives. So the first column is of personal pronouns, the second column is for possessive pronouns, and third one is possessive adjectives. So for I, the possessive pronoun is mine and possessive adjective is my. For we, the possessive pronoun is ours and the possessive adjective is our. For you, the possessive pronoun is yours and possessive adjective is your. For he, the possessive pronoun is his and possessive adjective is his. For she, the possessive pronoun is hers and possessive adjective is her. For it, we don't have any possessive pronoun but we have possessive adjective, that is its. For they, the possessive pronoun is theirs and possessive adjective is their. Now, here are some example sentences that will show the difference between possessive adjective and possessive pronouns. First example for possessive pronoun is these shirts are yours. Here the word yours is showing the position of the shirt but it is also acting as a replacement for the noun. For possessive adjective, the example is these are your shirts. Here the word yours is showing who owns the shirts. Next example is that book is mine. Here the word mine is showing the position of the book but it is also acting as a replacement for the noun, that is book. For possessive adjective, the example is that is my book. Here the word my is showing that who owns the book. Next example is those shoes are hers. Here the word hers is showing the position of the shoes. But for possessive adjective, the sentence is those are her shoes. Here her is showing who owns the shoes. Now the next type of pronoun is demonstrative pronouns. Demonstrative pronouns refers to specific person or things. It includes this, that, these and those. Example is like this is a very expensive gift. Here the word this is referring to a specific gift. Next example is these dresses are so pretty. Here the word these is specifying two specific dresses. Now let's move forward to uses of demonstrative pronouns. First point is this refers to what is close at hand or nearest to the thought of the speaker. It means that this refers to some person or thing that is nearest to the speaker. Example is like this is a very rare pearl. Here the word this is referring to a specific pearl that is very near to the speaker. Next point is that refers to what is further away or more distant. It means that refers to some person or things that is distant from the speaker. Example is like that dress is better than this. Here the word that is specifying a dress that is distant from the speaker. Next point is these is the plural form of this while those is the plural form of those. Example is like all the dresses are beautiful but these are better than those. Here the word these are specifying or referring to the dresses which are close to the speaker and those are referring to the dresses which are further away from the speaker. Next point is that and those are used to avoid the repetition of a preceding noun. Example is like the flowers in this shop are fresher than those in yours. Here the word those is used to avoid the repetition of the noun, that is flowers. Next example is the climate here is like that of Mumbai. Here the word that is used to avoid the repetition of the noun climate in the sentence. Next point is when two things which have already been mentioned are referred to, we use this to refer to the thing last mentioned and that to refer to the thing first mentioned. It means that when two things have been mentioned already in a sentence and we want to mention them again, then to avoid the repetition, then we use this and that to refer to them, and this is used to refer to the last object or thing mentioned and that is used for the first thing mentioned. We can understand this point by the example like life and death happen side by side. This more feared, that more treasured. Here the word this is used to denote the word death that is last mentioned and that is used to denote to the first mentioned thing, that is life. Next example is summer and winter are both words in Westland. This prefers less than that. Here the word this is used to refer to the winter and that is used to refer to summers. Now we have to study about demonstrative pronouns or adjectives. Demonstrative pronouns takes place of a noun. They act as a noun themselves, so no other noun follows them. For demonstrative adjective describes or specify a noun. That's why they come before the noun, they modify. Let's have a look at these examples. First one is, these students have been chosen to practice in the quiz competition. What was that noise we heard just now? Both those dresses are beautiful. This year we will plant 100 saplings. In the above sentences, these, that, those and these are not demonstrative pronouns but demonstrative adjectives, because these are used with nouns such as students, noise, dresses, year, that are nouns. That's why they are describing these nouns. That's why they are demonstrative adjectives in these sentences. With that, we are done with today's topic. So let's have some practice question. So the first question, we have to find the errors in the following sentences and we have to rewrite the sentences correctly. So for these questions, I will be telling you the answers now. So I request you all to pause the video and find the error and rewrite the sentences yourself, then match the answers. So let's move to the first question. The first question is, most students can pass with wonderful results if you study seriously. Here we can see that the noun that is used is in the third person and in the plural form, but here the pronoun that is used in the sentence is in the second person, so it will be they. That will be in the third form. So the correct sentence will be, most students can pass with wonderful results if they study seriously. The second question is, I bought a telephone last month. Initially it worked fine, but soon you could tell that something was wrong with it. Here we can see that the pronoun first that is used is in the first person, but after that pronoun is used in the second person. So it should be in the first person. So it should be I instead of you. So the correct sentence for this question will be, I bought a telephone last month. Initially it worked fine, but soon I could tell that something was wrong with it. The third question is, the computer engineer asked too much money to repair his computer. You would be wasting your money in getting it repaired. It would be better for you to buy a new one instead. Here we can see that the sentence, the question is addressed in the second person, but in the first sentence the third person is used. So it would be your instead of his to make the sentence correct. So the correct sentence will be, the computer engineer asked for too much money to repair your computer. You would be wasting your money in getting it repaired. It would be better for you to buy a new one instead. The next question is, a lifeguard has an extremely difficult job to do. You are responsible for the lives of all those who come to enjoy themselves. In this sentence, we can easily see that third person is used as in the noun, but second person is used in the pronoun form. So we'll be using third person to make this sentence correct. So the correct sentence will be, a lifeguard has an extremely job to do. They are responsible for the lives of all those who come to enjoy themselves. Next question is, lately things have become very expensive. Every time I go to the market, you can see the rates have increased tremendously. Here we can see that first person is used in the second sentence, but pronoun is used in the second person. So it would be I to make the sentence correct. So the correct sentence will be like this, lately things have become very expensive. Every time I go to the market, you can see the rates, I can see the rates have increased tremendously. So with that we are done with these questions. So here are the answers. You can match it after you solve it yourself. So let's move to the next question. That is, we have to fill in the blanks with the correct pronouns from the brackets. So the first question is, Raman needed a guitar for the evening, so I lent him blanks. The options are his, yours or mine. Here we can see that the subject of the verb is in the first person. So the object of the verb will also be in the first person. Here we can see that mine is the only option that is in the first person. So the correct answer for this question will be mine. Next question is, Gauri and I are going to Jodhpur to meet a friend of blanks. Example are mine, ours or hers. Here we can see that the noun is in the plural form. So the object of the verb will also be in the plural form. So we can see that ours is the plural form which can be used. So the correct answer for this question will be ours. The sentence will be, Gauri and I are going to Jodhpur to meet a friend of ours. The third question is, give this CDs to Ruchika. They are blanks. Here we have to denote the position of the CD to Ruchika. That's why we will be using hers, that will show the position of the CDs. That it will make the sentence like, give this CDs to Ruchika, they are hers. So hers will be showing the position of the CDs which belongs to Ruchika. The next question is, my grades are better than blanks. Options are his, mine or ours. We can easily see that the answer for this question will be his. The sentence will be, my grades are better than his. The next question is, I know the fault was blanks, her or hers, and not blanks, are or ours. For this question, we have to show the position of the fault. So we will be using possessive pronouns. So the first blanks we will be using hers, and for the second one we will be using ours to show the position. So the correct sentence will be like, I know the fault was hers, not ours. The next question is, the judge declared that photograph of blanks, her or hers, was more expensive than blanks, my or mine. Here we can see that possessive pronouns will be used to compare two things of same kind, but it belongs to different people. So the correct answer for this question will be hers and mine, and the sentence will be like this, the judge declared that photograph of hers was expensive than mine. The next question is, I don't want this scarf. Show me blank one. The option is this or that. Here we can easily see that the speaker is talking about a different scarf that is distant from her, because the one that is near to her, she does not like it. So the correct answer for this question will be that. So the sentence will be, I don't want this scarf, show me that one. Next question is, blanks are the boys I play with. Here we can see that the boys whom about the speaker is talking about are near to him. That's why we will be using these to fill the blanks, because it will show, because these denotes to the person or things that is near to the speaker. So the sentence will be, these are the boys I play football with. Next question is, blanks are my treasures, said the woman pointing towards the children. Here we can see that the woman is pointing towards her children. That means the children are distant from the women. That's why the correct answer for this question will be those, because those denotes to persons who are distant from the speaker. So the sentence for this question will be, those are my treasures, said the woman pointing towards her children. With that, we are done with today's video. So thank you so much for joining me in this session. Do follow all social handles of LegaLift, and all the very best.